Dosvidanya, everybody. This is Tom bringing you guys week 8 of the GBA. This week is our rematch against the Chicago Granbulls, headed by Kyle. A very good friend of mine. Kind of a dick sometimes, but it's all in good fun. His team is much different than the first looks we got. He has traded away some of his pieces like Polytoad and Pootops for bigger threats, like my Florges and Lucario and Volcafagus. So my team is also very interesting. I am running a lot of bulkier things, and I'll explain those as we get to them. So he leads off with Venusaur, and I lead off with. My idea was I thought he would start with Ninetales, so I just lead off with Blissey and Paralyze something because I have Thunder Wave on this. This Blissey's very interesting. It has Water Pulse, Rain Dance, T-Wave, and Soft Boiled. So this first few turns are retarded because he goes for Sleep Powder, and I have an Overcoat Mandibuzz. Don't go to that. And yeah, so Blissey goes to sleep, quote unquote goes to sleep, because Natural Cure is a thing, and he said he almost went for a second Sleep Powder, and putting Latias to sleep would have been bad times, motherfucker, bad times. So goes into Florges, and I make another retarded move. So these first two turns are absolutely irrelevant in my mind, because why are you? Many things were wrong with me, guys. I think I was just kind of like thrown into the battle, and it was like very fast paced. But so yeah, I could have gotten like big damage on the Venusaur or the Florges with Side Shock, but me. Blah, blah. So I'm going to Blissey. And I figure here either he's going to switch out, or he's going to go into something else, or he's going to stay in and get T-Waved. My idea here was just T-Wave something, and probably the best thing that could have been T-Waved comes in being Lucario. Now with the Florges real quick, it was very interesting seeing Nature Power, because it turns into Tri-Attack, and I figured something was a little weird because you don't run Nature Power unless you're running an offensive type Florges. So I go into Mandibuzz, because this is my dedicated defensive wall. This thing has Brave Bird, Knockoff, Roost, and I think Whirlwind, or Protect, because in case he had Sun up, I could stall the turns for Sun if he didn't have, even if he did have, Heat Rock? Heat Rock. So Kyle starts YOLOing here, going for 2 Swords Dances, as I go for Brave Bird twice. The idea here was to either wait for him to get a fully para, or to crit him, because you know me, or to just get big damage off. I think it was close to a 2 KO. It was between 45% and like 50%. So, I don't KO, but that damage he had, if he had Life Orb there, he would have been dead. So I go into Woofles. I like this name. Don't judge me. I like this name. And the idea here was just go for E-Speed. Now, he thought I'd go for a fire move, like Flare Blitz. But that was too obvious. And besides, I didn't want him going to Houndoom, because even though this thing is... This Arcanine is special as well. Not special in the literal term, but you know what I mean. It's a special defensive, so max HP. It has max speed, or max-ish speed, enough to outspeed a Jolly Lucario, because base 95 speed Arcanine compared to base 90 speed Lucario. The idea was to outspeed Lucario if it wasn't paralyzed, so it is, hey, so what's the problem? And it has Justified, so it can take hits from Houndoom and then kill it with close combat. So I switch out, he goes for a Nasty Plot, beyond me, and then I go for Side Shock as he switches into Ninetales, or as I switch into Latias, and I take out his Ninetales. So the Sun is now not here to stay, so thank God. Goes for Draco. I almost expected him to predict the switch, because that would have helped him out a lot, because Blissey wouldn't have had such a free switch. Now it's funny because our last match, it was Volcarona killing my special defensive wall, and now I'm using the wall that he traded me against his special attacking threats like Latios, or even Ninetales, or even Mega Houndoom. So, go for Rain Dance. I didn't expect him to switch out, but I did not mind it. So I go for Rain Dance, and I think I outspeed, because his speed has been cut in like a quarter. So I just go for Water Pulse and I knock him out, and I know it looks very interesting because Blissey with Water Pulse, I mean, base 75 special attack is not that bad. It was just to to prevent him from abusing Sun with like solar power, Houndoom. Because I think this thing had enough investment to take one hit, one like Dark Pulse or Flamethrower hit in the Sun, and then like a Rain Dance, and it reduces it. I take another one and softball. Yeah. So goes into Latios, and he starts going for Side Shock. This is bold, so it can take hits. A lot of special defensive, a lot of Side Shocks because that hits physically, obviously, and Blissey has base 10 defense. So he goes another Side Shock, and I'm like, alright, I got this. I'm just waiting for him to get full. Okay. This is karma coming back to me, guys. So he crits me, and I figure, okay, I should get fully parried or not crit me again, and I could just soft build up and potentially do something else, like Water Pulse him. Not to be a dick, but it was just to get Blissey back into some kind of good range so that it could take hits from Houndoom in case I needed to. So I'm here, I'm like, oh, fuck. So, double crit on Blissey. I deserved that after last week, but yeah, that wasn't a big loss. Now Sun is gone, now Rain is gone, and I go into aggro drag. Now, if any of you guys know the reference, the aggro crag from, I'll let you figure it out. And I just go for Ice Beam. Now here, the idea was to bluff the Scarf, because you're not going to see any recoil, any leftovers, any whatever. And I really like the way the shiny Curum Black looks. I like those the green with the black and like that like off-white, frozen parts. And he goes for Moonblast, and based on how much that did, and this being special special defensive, that did a lot, man. So I'm starting to think maybe this Florges is not just a wall, and the way he keeps switching it out after he picks a move is kind of helping me get to that conclusion. So yeah, the Curum, I could have stayed in one for Iron Head because it was expert belted, and I could have, but I only did like 80%, and I don't want to take massive damage in case I need to use it later against like Latios or something. So go for E-Speed. E-Speed was a very middle ground play, if I could say so. It was so that in case he brought in Houndoom, I get damage off, and I'd probably do a lot of damage. And so I just go for Blitz. Even if he went into Houndoom, which I think he should have went into Houndoom there, I still would have been able to kill because he wouldn't have it outsped. And fire moves to this Arcanine do like 40% with Flash Fire. So now he brings in the Houndoom, and now I expect my plan to work. This thing is like 44 special attack, special defense investment with like max HP and like 212 speed. So he goes for Sucker Punch. I'm like, yes, 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 and there it is. My plan was to get hit with the Dark move, go for close combat because I can take hits, and I take him out from there. And that was the plan all along, just because in my opinion, I thought the Mega Houndoom was his biggest threat in his team because having Mega Houndoom, Latios, and Lucario were some really, really good, attackers. And Houndoom did a lot to my team, especially if it was in the Sun, and especially if it could use solar power with like Solar Beam and Fire Blast and Dark Pulse. But I actually made him that Houndoom, so I didn't actually remember that it had Sucker Punch, but I was like, even if he hits me with that, there's no attack investment. So actually, there's 4 EVs, so ooh, spooky. So he goes for Nature Power, gets the freeze, which I thought was really funny, but thank God I went for Flare Blitz over like something like E-Speed. So I knock him out with Flare Blitz, but I also knocked myself out in the process. But yeah, that's the game, guys. I win with a nice 3-0 with Arcanine going 3-1, and the rest I have Latios going 1-0 and Blissey getting a kill, which is very surprising because you expect Blissey to not get kills since it's a wall. So the main thing here was that the Sharpedos now are 7-2. And we stand alone at the top of our division. There's no team now that has the same record as we do. We don't have the highest differential, but that's not the biggest thing to me because I could still just keep winning and just play right, guys. We're just playing right here. So Sharpedos 7-2, and it's this season's turning out real well. Next week I play the one and only Gubstacular, and if you guys remember last season, that atrocity of a game as it was. So we're going to try and fix that by preparing, same way we always do, and hopefully get a win out of it. So, yeah, GG Kyle, and I'll link his channel as I always do. He's a great guy. I'm glad he's back because he was gone for a week, and he didn't play Kote. Well, he did the following week. He took a forfeiture. So, yeah, he's back, and we played, and, yeah, so, alright, I know I'm rambling now, I get that. So I'll talk to you guys next week. I'll probably have a Wi-Fi battle up this week. Oh, right? That's amazing. So I'll talk to you guys, and I'm off, so peace out. Yeah. Blech.